Treigh is one of our Management 317 students. He was a leader of a team. I asked if he would share the student experience. And he was driving down from a remote little town in New Zealand with his parents, got halfway to Wellington and heard the news that COVID, after 15 months of nothing here, has finally struck Wellington, and drove all the way back. And I said, well, I don't know if he's going to get back in time. But the good news is, if I saw correctly, he has. So, Treigh, can I pass over to you, please?
Kia ora. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. Tēnā koutou I tēnei ai. Ka tangi te titi, ka tangi te ka tangi hoki a hau. Ti he Māori ora. Ko tāki tungu te waka, ko mau kai te maunga, ko Ngāti kahungunu te iwi. No nua ka hau. No reira, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora. My name is Treigh Christy, and I was part of the 1,360 participants in this year's Global Enterprise Experience. Earlier this year, we all signed up for a paper called Innovation and Change at Victoria University. And to be honest, no one knew what to expect. It was sprung upon us that we would all be global leaders in the Global Enterprise Experience, and we would each be entirely responsible for producing a 6-page business concept proposal. Deb made sure we knew the risk involved, that other team members typically bike 40 kilometers each day only to reach internet access, and others quite literally, as you heard, sacrifice their freedom. For us, this was nothing but a school project, but for others, this was obviously much more. April 21st came around the corner, and all of a sudden, I was leading a group of people from very different parts of the world. The Netherlands, Nigeria, South Africa, Malaysia, Thailand, Nepal, and the strangest place of all, Dunedin. Everyone had different levels of education. There were cultural differences, language barriers, different societal norms, and totally different perspectives on life. I was terrified. Managing 8 people from different parts of the world was not as simple as we thought it would be. My strategy for managing the proposal was simple. Identify everyone's strengths, understand their values, and make sure no one was doing something they did not want to do. Our one team quickly became 3 groups. We had a business overview group, a financial group, and a marketing group, each with set tasks and objectives. And to be honest, the team made my job so much easier. However, this was not really the case for everyone else. Some people had team members quit halfway through. Some people had team members not respond at all, and others had team members attempt a coup to overthrow them. At times like these, I found the use of personal coaches to be crucial. These coaches allowed me to critically reflect on my thoughts, on my feelings, on our processes, and on our shared goals, which ultimately allowed me to make better decisions. Towards the end of the 3 weeks, my days would not finish until around 3 a.m. I was tired, I was grumpy, and I was developing a problematic caffeine addiction. I felt like I had the problem of the world on my shoulders. But after connecting with my team on a deep and a more meaningful level, they began to open up, and I began to realize that my problems weren't really problems at all. After 21 days, we finally finished our proposal. I remember vividly the smile on everyone's faces in our Zoom call, especially the smile from my new Nigerian friend, Kenny. It was Kenny's idea we chose to develop, and for Kenny, GEE has made his idea a reality. For him, this experience holds something of real value, and I believe we have made a large impact on Kenny's life. Referring back to the Māori whakatauki I spoke in the beginning, a common translation is, the TT speaks, the Kaka speaks, and I have something to say too. For me, and I hope for many of my peers, this reflects our time throughout this experience. Personally, I have begun to find my voice, and this experience has encouraged me to use it. So to Deb, sponsors, coaches, and everyone else involved, on behalf of the 1,360 participants, I would like to say thanks. I would like to finish by leaving my peers with a little bit of advice I once heard from an old man. Whatever it is you choose to do in life, whether it be sport, entertainment, education, or most importantly, politics, make sure you go into it fired with enthusiasm, because if you don't, you should expect to be fired with enthusiasm. Ngā mihi koutou. Thank you.
Kia ora. Thank you so much for that presentation. Wonderful. Really appreciate that.